and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, the historic Brawl vacation continues, and we are playing Chandra, Torch of Defiance in historic Brawl. Something for the mono red gamers, because we don't offer them very many things on this control-rich channel, but when I do play mono red, I do enjoy it to enjoy a lot of fire from Chandra. Forgive me, I'm in the CovertGo caster outfit today, less CovertGo casual. I just finished casting the Historic Brawl Hub Season 3 Tournament Finals, which was really exciting. If you're interested in a free league for Historic Brawl with a tournament at the end and a champion, then check out Historic Brawl Hub on Twitch and on YouTube. You can also probably see the tournament and the rounds of the tournament when those VODs are posted, so check that out. I think you'll really enjoy it, and you can get involved or just watch it for fun. I had a really good time casting the event, and a shout out to all the people who ran and organized it. They did great work trying to make their little Brawl community more competitive. You know I'm all about that. So, this Chandra list, what can I tell you about it? Well, we resolved Chandra a lot, and Chandra, when played ahead of curve through any kind of ramp spell, whether it's a treasure from the likes of a little where'd you go, wily goblin, or you can sack reckless barbarian for 2 red, or you can use the ember cat to tap for mana for a Chandra planeswalker. If you play this card ahead of schedule off anything, it's a very powerful, dangerous force that can usually eliminate the opponent's only board presence with a -3 and plus its way up to all kinds of victory. But where the deck takes off is when you start piling Chandras on Chandras on Chandras. So Chandra Acolyte of Flame lets you put loyalty counters on each red planeswalker you control, and Dress to Kill makes more mana. And then we have Awaken Inferno to go over the top, and we have Heart of Fire, which can deal damage. We have Novice Pyromancer. Like, there's a bunch of Chandras hanging out, along with some Chandra friends like Jaya and Tybalt, all of which combine to just be this overpowering Super Friends type strategy, all in one color without the mana problems of those 5 color decks. I think that this is a very enjoyable strategy for people who don't necessarily like to play red aggro, but do like to light things on fire and light up the table. So we're going to dive in. Let the Chandra Torch of Defiance nonsense begin. Big Bolas. That's a tough draw for sweet little Chandra. We're going to mulligan and try to hit ramp. We hit ramp. Okay, keep. Depending what the opponent does, it might not make sense to ramp into Chandra, but you like to have the option. You want to put them under pressure and make them hold up counter spells very early. Let's go for the idol. If they have creature removal up, they just kill the barbarian. We didn't really make progress. But now we're threatening Chandra next turn, and they know it. Okay. So they hold up mana. Let's keep the Chandra threat alive. Play Interplanar Bacon. Little throwback. Gonna go for Atsushi. So Negate there might be a card that they're holding. They might have nothing. They might also have Negate. Okay, I need to blow up an artifact. Can I draw an artifact hate? I cannot. So we're going into 5 mana here. We could play Chandra Acolyte of Flame. Attack the opponent with the 1/1s. We can get down the Torch of Defiance. The opponent's about to play Bolas, so what's the best way to pressure Bolas? I guess we just get down both planeswalkers. We'll hide the Bastion. Opponent might have Pact of Negation here. They have a way to wipe the whole board. That would be terrifying. Loyalty counter on planeswalkers. Makes Yada's gift even more scary. Attack for 4. All right. Let's see if this is something that large Bolas can fix. The biggest of Bolases. This card has a number of abilities. I usually bother to read them when they're hitting me. Okay, they do have Hour of Devastation, but our baby Chandra got big Chandra out of range. Do I make treasures here? I don't think so. Let's go with cards. So we can play the Wily Goblin and the Ornithopter. Yippee. And turning Chandra into a creature seems pretty bad here. considering how much creature removal they probably play. Definitely play you. Definitely play you. We can go up to 4 mana, but we don't have a good play for 4 mana. We could proliferate our Chandra. Just push for the ultimate faster. I think Bolas is just going to come down and kill her. But if that's the use of Bolas, then what's Bolas at? 3. So Chandra's Triumph can beat it. It's tough. Tough call. Maybe I also just play the Barbarian. Alright, let's exile top card. Light up the Knight. I can cast it for 1 to face, and then it's in the graveyard. Nah, just decline. Alright, play out our mana dorks. We're definitely past the stage where they're really good. So we'll play them out now, see if the opponent sweeps the board. They keep the opponent from dealing with our Chandra, probably. If they play Hour of Devastation, though, they might also have Storm's Wrath, and Battle of Frost and Fire, and Burn Down the House, all the ones that also hit Planeswalkers. Ah, here it comes. Daddy's home. What are you gonna do? 2 cards. I have responses. So I can sack you and deal 5 to this. And then, can I kill it? I can. Okay. Zap.
Oh, it's you burning.
Pity, were you going to use that?
So I can power up Idol to do it, or I can give the gift to Chandra and let her swing. Let's exile top card, see what we hit. Structural Assault. Decline. Not the right time. You had 1 job. Show up at the right time. You failed. Alright, 1 mana can equip the Chandra, but then I can move it off Chandra if I'm worried about a removal spell. Man, this is tough. Like, exactly how do we kill this Bolas? I think I'm just going to play it safe. And we have Proliferation open with the Karn's Bastion, which we might do on end step to grow the Chandra. Lear. The only card down there is Hour, so I guess I know what their plan is. Alright. Proliferate. We gotta get Chandra over 5. Oh, actually, we can kill the Lear. And the loyalty goes back down again. Oh, is that what we want to do? I guess it is. Lear's too dangerous, right? Got him. Alright, power up Den. It tapped my Bastion. Mother... So could have done the gift thing again, but I'm still too nervous to do it, even though it appears like they don't have removal. I guess I wouldn't have had the mana for the Bastion. 1 short. Alright, Karn is here to fight me. You want a duel, buddy? You want to make a creature, or are you going to plus? Battlefield presence is the opponent's priority, and that makes sense. Elspeth's Nightmare. The Ornithopter. Yep. Cut a little bit of mana off. Key to the Archive off the top. Well, that's awesome. We can go find a card and then chuck it in the garbage. But if we don't play it, the Nightmare gets us. How nice. Let's go for exile top card.
Yup, you're going down.
Opponent is down to 10. It's getting a little scary for him. Each counter on it. I guess I can proliferate. The opponent might block the... I think it's time for Chandra to get her hands dirty, to be honest. What are they gonna do? Make me cast her again? Face? Is face the place here? Karn making another Construct is kind of a pain. So I guess we'll put Karn in position where it dies if they do that. And we'll go face. Block the Chandra. Yeah, nice. Aha! I am stronger than you think I am, Construct. But now Chandra's vulnerable to a Wrath or removal, so let's see what happens. Worst case, though, we recast, and hopefully there's no counterspell involved. Onyx. Gross. What's the minus bring her down to? 2? Oh, they plus. A plus. Gutsy. They got rid of 2 good cards, so they must have found what they're looking for. I give you the Inquisition of Kozilek. Evolving Wilds? Was that their draw for turn? It's interesting. Pass. Chandra lives. For now. Opponent at 9. And they're letting me... They must not have the removal spell or they wouldn't let me do this, right? So... see what we get. It's a land. Down to 7. Power up Den. Power up Idol. Karn's Bastion. If I have any mana left. Bam, bam, bam. Chandra, baby. Sometimes, if you want it done right, you grab the gift and you do it yourself. All right, we go first with an unkeepable hand. We're up against Rusko, so you kind of need everything to go perfect against Rusko anyway. We've got Structural Assault. If that actually resolves as a 5 mana play, then this hand is all right. The Tome is going to have to bring us home. It'd be really nice to draw Ramp. Just don't see it. It's a very expensive hand, relying on Maze Mind Tome the whole way. But yeah, those clocks got to go boom. All right, does the opponent have Ramp? Do they have Dark Ritual? Do they have Rusko on turn 2? No. Interesting. Right? Need cheap cards and lands. Heated Debate, not good enough. Little Faceless Haven, not bad, not bad. Is my Tome getting to work here? Showing up. Oh yay, the first clock is one that they drew naturally. How nice. Sweltering Suns, Tick-Tock. Chandra? Yay. 2 red. Draw. All right, we got big mana coming up. I wonder how they'd handle a God Pharaoh statue. This is one of the matchups God Pharaoh statue is good for when they're trying to storm off and do Paradox Engine shenanigans. And it looks like they're missing a land. If they have a Spell Pierce, how bad is that? Terrible. If they had a Spell Pierce, though, they'd have countered this Chandra.
Yup, you're going down.
Raw. Yay. See how they like that. Now we gotta get Structural Assault to resolve, but considering that we resolved a God Pharaoh statue, it seems doable. So Tybalt, Wicked Tormentor, plus make 2 red and Spellbook card. No idea what's in there. It'll be fun. Plus 1, 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker unless its controller has Tybalt, deal 4 damage to them. If they do, loot. Rummage. And minus X, make Devils. Interesting planeswalker. I think most people will just take 4 to the face, but at least it's a plus ability. The mana ability is mostly what's here for. I saw that plus 1 that it made 2 mana, and I was like, we're doing it. The rope, baby. Opponent. Are you thinking of a mastermind play to build a perfect clock and get out of this? Or are you just really mad at my God Pharaoh statue? Because I tell you, I didn't run this card until I started running into decks like Rusko and Emery a lot. And then it was like, okay, I see the point. I see the point of the God Pharaoh statue. You gotta make them play on an even playing field. When they're generating so much mana and their spells are so cheap, it's not fair. You gotta slow that down. And it looks like the opponent has just rage quit Magic the Gathering, which is fine with me. We didn't need another Rusko player that badly, did we? All right. Will they counter it? Let's find out. Tibble, I have a plan. It involves killing your commander or blowing up your clock. Maybe all the above. We'll see. Opponent, you don't have any timeouts. Come back. What's the big deal? It's just 2 extra to cast your spells. Aw, why are you running away? We're playing the broken deck in the format. Right, let's make some red mana. We've got all these cards we could play this turn. None of them really stand out to me as something I will play, but I'll set aside a Hobble Fiend. A little more red, okay. Yeah, we'll just... You can keep your Rusko. I'm gonna nuke another one of your clocks. We're going land destruction mode. Now you have to attack through this Hobble Fiend. If you don't enjoy a good roping, Historic Brawl might not be the format for you. I understand that, but you should really learn to revel in it. You made them so sad. They just couldn't take it anymore. They shut their mobile device and threw it across the room. Hey, maybe they slammed their, I don't know. Maybe they slammed their iPad so hard they destroyed it. Those of you empathetic being like, oh, that would be sad to have a cracked iPad. They shouldn't have sucked so badly. Just say it, telling it like it is. Maybe if they were better at Magic. If you can't tell my joke, if you don't get my sense of humor, I understand, but I guess I don't understand because I'm doing it anyway. Oh, come on, Rusko. You can fix it. You can fix that clock, buddy. Get in there. It just needs a little tinkering. Just a couple of magic tools. Just, you know, a little adjustment. You don't even look like a 3-3. How did you get 3-3 stats? You should be a 1-2. I've seen Archaeomancers looking buffer than you. All right, pass it back to me. It looks like they're actually sticking around to click just enough to not have this auto wreck them, which is kind of hilarious. I mean, I'll blow up all your clocks. I have no qualms with that. What, you didn't want me to see Ugin blow up one more clock? You finally figured out you have something better to do? I know what happened. They just got up and walked away and went to the bathroom. They've been holding it for like an hour. They've been clenching. Well, relax, buddy. Go find a victim for your little clock strategy. Why does the username Icy Citrus Blast playing Gyruda, Doom of Depths seem so frickin' perfect? What an Icy Citrus Blast we have here. It's named Gyruda. We have ramp. We keep. We go Cold Steel Heart into Chandra, into Make Mana, into Torch Breath your Gyruda, or play Tybalt. Something like that. Not ramp. Thip the Lost. Okay. You got it. Could just roast that, but why? I don't fear Thip the Lost. By the way, if you want to get really sneaky, you can name other colors with your Cold Steel Heart, trying to call your shot on Key to the Archive before you draw it. Just something to think about. Do we go for Chandra? Yeah. Make them have it. They probably do, but then we have more cards to play. Mono blue so far, complete with Panharmonicon, and me without an artifact removal source. This is pretty good, right? Or do you play Tybalt? Kind of a tough call. The Panharmonicon's gotta go, though. Are there artifact hate in here? There's a braid. Braid's pretty good. Okay. Gonna try to get an Braid going. Zap. The plan changed. So, at the beginning of your upkeep, you exile one of those cards and we may cast it this turn. Oracle? That dilutes your deck. None of those are Gyruda hits. Are you a maniac? I guess for 2 time walks, it might be worth it. Definitely too soon for the dominance. What would we play this turn? I want to play Tybalt. We would play the Pyromancer. That only triggers off instants and sorceries. I think it's seasoned Pyromancer is the play. Brittle Blast. Still no artifact interaction. We could play a Chandra, plus it for mana, and it doesn't get there for the Pyromancer, so I think we're sticking with the Tybalt strategy.
Show us you're alive.
That's not happening. Oh, I should have torch. No, torch breath. This wouldn't do it. Do I care about this hitting? I guess not that much. As long as we have it for a turn. I wish this was conjured into hand so I could discard it. That would make me happy. These are too slow. There's a Brotherhood's End, but that doesn't deal with Panharmonicon. Get ready to get wrecked. This draw has gone not our way. Nah, you drew a Mox. All right, hit us. Whiff. They whiffed. Well, they got my Ornithopter, and they got a Nightmare Shepherd, so that should feel great for them. So, Nightmare Shepherd, when something's put into a graveyard, right? They can exile it and make a 1/1 version, which is really good with their commander. They scry to the bottom. My turn. Fallout, Lightning Bolt, Terror. What does the job? I mean, actually not much. We can deal 3 damage to everything with Brotherhood's End, but they can make copies of it with the Shepherd, so we need to kill the Shepherd. A lot of interesting options, but I think it's got to be Lightning Bolt. At some point, this is the way. Draw Ugin. Ugin's pretty good. All right, let's make the mana. Don't let the mana make you. Devil's Play. Maybe we'll be able to use that. I could do math, but why? So, Devil's Play for 4 kills this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2. Lightning Bolt this. But yeah, we gotta kill the Shepherd first. I guess Ugin can wait. Alright, that's dead. We can Lightning Bolt and Brotherhood's End to sweep the board, but then they just cast this again, right? Because they have a lot of mana. So we have to just chump Gyruda for a little while. Think we shoot the Ornithopter? And I guess we'll also take out the Oracle, but we can do that on their turn. Maybe they counter it, but whatever. Maybe they make some play expecting the Oracle to hit. Thoughtseize. I think they'll pick something else, but I'll just do this now. Don't have any counters. They'll probably take the Ugin, but I don't plan to kill their Gyruda. They just recast it. Yeah, we are whittling at this board. If they don't have a way to flicker this Gyruda, we're doing okay. They've got another big flyer, no problem. They don't attack, because there's not a big point. There's the Abrade we needed. And the Awakened Inferno, huh? Right, so we play Ugin and we play Abrade. Actually, Chandra can also take out the Sphinx. Ooh, the Torch Fiend. More spellbook ways to destroy artifacts. Nice. Now we can just keep this on the board to destroy this Panharmonicon in response to something. But I think we also want to Abrade it since we already did this. If only I'd known. All right. How do we kill the Sphinx? We don't. How do we interact with the Sphinx? We don't. Sorry. Sorry, Tybalt. Your time has come. Anything else I play with my mana this turn? 3 damage? Doesn't really achieve anything. All right. No attacks. Probably could have had a better turn. But I felt like I had to play that Abrade. All right, we know your deck's full of time walks. One of them's right there. See what you find. To the top. Gross. With power 9 in your deck, that's scary. Cemetery Desecrator. What you got? What's it gonna do? I mean, is that a good card here? Remove X counters from a card. Maybe they plan to kill the Tybalt because they think I can kill the Sphinx. They don't want to rely on combat. Okay, yep, kills Tybalt. It was dead anyway. Haha. Just gonna nuke this Sapphire. Siege Gang, Crackle with power, Abrade again. Crackle does what? Nothing. I mean, 5 damage to something for what? 5 mana? It's pretty tough. Siege Gang, pretty good. Definitely gums up the ground, but it's already gummed. I guess I take the Crackle with power. We don't have to play it, but you know I love my value. You know I love my value. So I guess I just... Guess I just blast the Sphinx. It's all fun and games until they find a way to flicker Gyruda. Ruby, excellent. More artifacts for me to destroy, please. Another Seasoned Pyromancer, a Gutter Snipe, another Siege Gang. Oh man, what am I doing with my life? Let's take another Seasoned Pyromancer, that's fun. Mishra's Bauble can definitely be discarded. This Chandra ain't right. This ain't it. But neither is Brotherhood's End, to be fair. So we'll get rid of that. Still not hitting lands. I do want to progress mana while I'm doing all this. I guess that means I play the Ember Cat. We're in danger for sweeping. What does this deal? 2, 3. Land. The standoff continues. But I'm enjoying the standoff. I get 2 cards a turn. One of them is always one of the more busted red cards of history, so I like this. Although we're still very sweeper vulnerable and still not drawing land. Well, at some point we gotta start hitting them, right? Okay, X plus 1 if it's a creature, so 3. Kill this. Let's see what they do with it. Does get value on the way out. Alright, they take out the Devil's Play, they take out the Pyromancer. Hit him. It's time to get aggressive. Dude, this Kindling is soloing our opponent. This is so much fun. Another Crackle with power. 5 to face? 10 to face? No, I need 2 targets, right? But they might counter it anyway. They block here. Gosh, they could be dead if they have nothing. I'm not going to play as if they have nothing, though. Just gonna 5 your face. Lava Axe. Okay, seems like they have nothing. Funny. Gain 1. Tails End, you say? Okay. Let's hold back the Ember Cat. Get him. Oh, this was great. They didn't draw a way to blink or clone their Gyruda, so we were able to just shut it down for a while there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Too many power 9 in your deck, opponent? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You're just diluting your Gyrudas. Bang, bang. Wham, bam, crackle with power. Kazam. Kayla's Kindling, let's go. Today's patron shout out goes to Joshua A. Burton. Joshua, you're cool. Chandra pointing meme. There's a Chandra. Me, you, me, me. Spider-Man Chandra meme. Free mulligan. We need ramp. We have it. This hand is great. Just gotta hit the land. What's you got, opponent? Silex, okay. I also run Silex. Ooh, do I play the Ember Cat? It's easy to remove. I guess not. I think it's too likely they just zap it. Frostbite, something like that. We see the snow-covered mountain. Clearly they drew their Frostbite. Okay. Chandra! Wonderful. More ramp. So the opponent did not ramp, and they kept a hand without ramp, so they're probably going to play the Silex and just go for that. But I plan to just go over the top of it. Silex requires a mana to be invested. Mana and turns. So I plan to play Tybalt. We've got, what, 5 mana there? Let's use Chandra mana to play Tybalt. To make red mana. To draft a card, and we have 5. So we can play a 5-drop. Of course, we got none this time. Sacrifice a creature, doesn't do anything. What? I recast an instant or sorcery, +2. These are all going to die to the Silex. None of this is any good. But we may as well play it. It is a tragedy, honestly. A real tragedy. The good news is once they crack the Silex, the Tybalt casts the Chandra, so they shouldn't crack this. But let's see what they do. They do.
It's over when I say it's over.
They should try to hold it for one more turn. But of course, then we would have leveled it, so that wouldn't have worked out for them either. Sure. Go like this. And we go like this, and this red shouldn't be doing this stuff, man. Is this like any mono red deck you've ever known? But this is why you mulligan to a ramp piece. 100%. All right. Me, you, me, you. Here comes the mana. Target the devil? What are you doing? What are you doing? Current. Okay. So, it perpetually gains if spell would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player. It deals that much +2. What? Wait, what? Choose an instant or sorcery in your hand. Oh, okay. So there's an instant or sorcery in hand that's going to do extra. All right. Let's zap face. I'm going to level that Chandra.
Today's my lucky day.
Torture makes me feel
Who wants to come out and play? Just pick this cheap one. Probably not going to be able to cast it this turn anyway. Boom! Shakalaka. You've been leveled. So, they gave an extra 2 damage to an instant or sorcery. Is it big enough to stop the leveler? If your all Chandra deck, if your Chandra Historic Brawl deck isn't playing the high-end power cards like Leveler, you might want to try it. I had Ulamog in this deck for a really long time. Eventually decided it was a bridge. It was a step too far. But Leveler, Portal, like, very good stuff. Oh, you gotta think. I understand. You want to stay in this game, you gotta pull off some something flashy here. You find some prisoners, destroys an artifact. That works. Almost ran that in this deck. Chaos Warp the Tybalt, and I get a Heart of Curin. That's not bad. So yeah, they're shutting the deck down a little. Oops, maybe not. All right, let's make red. Let's play Goldspan Dragon. Let's... I know that we're almost to ultimate, but I think it's more important just to get them dead, right? We could have also played the Chandra Pyromaster here, but we miss out on damage. So I'm just going in for damage. Ooh, the pressure is mounting. Yeah, I don't have any 1-drops I think I would hit that I'd play. Maybe a lightning bolt. Pretty random though. Let's just tick up and poke them again. Pyromaster is +1, 1 damage to a player or planeswalker, 1 damage to a creature or plane that they control. Creature can't block. 0, exile top card. You may play it. -7, exile top 10. Choose an instant or sorcery, exile this way. Copy it 3 times. Pretty good. Pretty fun. Doesn't often get to that -7, but it is something you can push for in aggressive decks. Not an OP planeswalker by today's standards, but was a banger back in the day. Very good sideboard card from the mono red decks of the time. All right, opponent timed out while looking at their graveyard. That's a way to do it.
Yup.
Bye. Nice knowing ya. Our opponent is playing Zareth Sand, which is usually all counter and removal spells and 1 flashy commander. We have ramp, so we'll keep it. This hand isn't great though. We'll probably end up cycling the Suns, but you don't turn away a turn 2 ramp spell. It's basically all that this deck tries to do. When they counter our Chandra, it'll be sad, and then we'll just be staring at each other for a very long time. If the opponent hits all their land drops and a good mix of counters for the Planeswalker, we're going to lose. If they miss some land drops or we draw into other must counter threats or card advantage, we should win. Please don't duress me. I only kept it for this Cold Steel Heart. When you take that, this hand becomes so bad. So that long pause, that's them trying to figure out which hand hate spell to use. So this is going to be a tough game. Basically, we have no hand. The good news is our hand's not that great anyway. So now we just have to draw into the right things, which is something that we had to do in most of these games anyhow. Told ya. Just lining up which of their hand hate spells to go with. If you want to play only the following cards: removal, hand discard effects, and counter spells, Zareth is a perfect commander for you. Most people would probably just run Bolas, but if you want to keep it in a smooth 2 colors, you can run the Trickster. They take a Braid. That implies they have some kind of an artifact in their hand, which usually these decks don't even run any permanents other than Zareth. At least that's been my experience, except for a few other flash creatures. I think it's one of the most infuriating decks out there. And I mean, as a blue mage, like, come on. You know ruffling my feathers isn't necessarily easy. But it looks like they're going to miss land, and that is what we needed. Interplanar Bacon. Ooh, Haven can attack. Well, I think so. They're missing their land drops. Do we want to just say go and see if we can get them to discard hand size and like pile up our land advantage? Or do we want to force them to have the counter spells? It's a good question. I'm really not sure. Trying to see the way forward. The Ox is pretty good. So if we force them to have the counter spells, I think for this turn though, we'll wait. When they have 4 mana, they're more likely to have like Chemister's Insight, Memory Deluge, card draw that they can do at instant speed to fix their hand. As long as they're doing nothing with their mana, we're doing okay. Okay, there's 4 mana. So yeah, we want to start playing things that force the issue. Come on, opponent. Seriously? Every turn? Busted out the rope in their main phase and did nothing. Classic. Heart of Kirin's a good double threat that we can threaten next turn. Let's get Tybalt countered. Anytime. Oh my goodness. They could have Whirlwinded out and countered the life gain, and they just let that resolve for some reason. Yeah. I get it. When I go on Reddit and people rage about blue, like, I get it. These players exist. It takes so long to do nothing. Oh my god. All right. If we throw the Haven at them and they counter it, we have 2 mana left, so we could resolve Heart, but Heart's not really any good without a Planeswalker beside it. Let's go for Heart first. Maybe they counter it. All right, they let it resolve. We're going to go for Chandra. If they counter that, okay, but again, we're trying to force the issue while they could have like good card draw effects. That resolves. That resolves, huh? No use for the mana, so I guess it's damage time.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Hey, we got a mountain off the top of our deck. We didn't need it, and they pass. All that roping for nothing. Just bluffing. No, nothing to see here. Soul transfer, sure.
I am out of here.
2 blue open. Visions of Phyrexia. It's a good card. Can we hit with Haven and then cast it? We can. If they kill the Haven, they're not going to do that with 2 islands, right? No way. Right. Also, it's pretty bad if they have Censor, but whatever. Make them have it. Just another thing that they must counter, probably. Trade offer. You get Visions of Phyrexia. I get your counter spell. And then you don't counter Chandra later? All right, to the top. Let's go. I mean, we have Ox in hand, so it even makes sense to try to unload our hand as quickly as we can so that we can play Ox and refill. Escape cards are pretty good against counter magic. Grozilex? You play creatures? What are you talking about? Of course they play creatures. Do we go for Chandra? If Chandra gets countered, they get to start hitting us and drawing, which is not fine. There aren't a lot of other plays we can really make. Like, if we do this, I guess if we do this, we have 4 mana left, don't we? For the Visions. All right. Well, this is what I want to happen the most. See if they counter it. You give blue a bad name. Do we go for the Visions? They want to play Zareth next turn. There's nothing for them to really get. Just a Cold Steel Heart. Oh, they got Tybalt. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, we need to get their counter spells. Oh, that resolved. Okay. Have we finally worn them out? Mystical archive the deck over here. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing I haven't slapped around before. Actually, no. Let's go here. And yeah. Okay, so we could hit with Haven first. Nah. We're going to hit with Heart. You gonna counter that too? Gosh. Really? I think I can clean out my graveyard really soon. But we're not quite there, are we? I should have let this go to graveyard. Come on! Alright, how many cards is it? 8. We're on 7. Okay, next turn we play Chandra. They'll probably counter it. Even if they don't, maybe we can find a way to just throw Chandra in the bin and then exile it from the graveyard. Oh, I hate them so much. That can go straight to graveyard. I guess we try this first, though. Paying command tax can be done off Power Stones, did you know? The more you know. Yeah, this plus heart makes it hard for Zareth to attack. You gotta counter it, but then you can't play Zareth. Alright, we are here. It's +4 the red mana.
I knew you needed my help. Yup, you're going down.
Reckless Barbarian. Sack for red. 8 other. Come on. Alright. That sucked. What do I know?
Enough!
Just trying to clean my graveyard before a certain trickster steals it. Maybe if I roped harder, I wouldn't have messed up. Shut up. Gaming here. Dun da da da. Yeah, there's a lot of ways I could have done that better. I'm just so annoyed. Like, I'm tilted. Tilted to the nth degree. But let's see how they handle this situation. They still got a removal spell on the heart. Which, you know, they've had everything so far. And I do mean all. They've had absolutely all of it. I could have also just removed all the loyalties to keep crewing heart last turn to play Ox. Maybe that was even right. 20 minutes later. I had him, and I just gave him the way in. It's just that they roped me so hard I lost my way. It works. You are a scumbag piece of garbage if you do it. Just rope people for no reason. But it works. Alright, they're taking Tybalt, which is an easy card to attack through at least. Like, what are you going to do with it?
The only thing to fear.
Don't think it works as well for others as it works for me. But let's settle in for the next 2 hours while they figure out how to draft a card from the spellbook.
Scream once for more.
I wonder if this swirling animation is going to keep the editor from cutting this part because they see that there's some kind of sound active, in which case I'm just sitting here silent and boring you. But when I sit there silently, I'm hoping the editor will cut it. That's like our code. They chose a Hellrider. Are they going to cast the Hellrider? They already attacked, so the Hellrider won't kill the Chandra. Maybe they think they get another combat step. Oh my god, they do. Cool. Yeah? What else you got? They're like, wait, I can't attack? It's garbage. A terrible card. I know, right? They're still holding priority with 1 swamp. They might have a land in hand. They've only drawn 5, and they've just kind of sat here. So they could definitely have another land in hand. But maybe they have, like, Thoughtseize. Pass turn. All right. Good draw. We have a Chandra Planeswalker. We can do it all here. Take out the Hellrider. Power up the Haven. Attack the Tybalt. Goes to my graveyard. Make 2 red. Here comes the Ox. Exile all those sweet permanents that we don't want our opponent to get with Zareth. So sad. So sad to see them go this way. But it is what it is. Alright, I played this game horribly. Let's see if we can salvage it. Bankbuster Jaya. Something has to sit in the hand. Let's go ahead and play the Jaya. Gain another life. Make a monk. Alright, Zareth, let's go. You finally had a turn without priority. Do you see how nice and quick that was? So just fun and snappy to just go bam, bam, bam. You can do it. This could be you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Attack Chandra. Attack me. You gonna get the Ox? To get the Ox, I have to discard. We know they're not lands. Or we think they're not lands. If they are lands, I'm going to make fun of them. Land. Ha ha! The opponent is crazy. Tome of Legends. Okay. Alright. Sure. Opponent is at 11. How do I get this done? Just draw your card, dude. For the love of God, just draw your card. Thank you. All right. What does this do? I should probably think. Kill the Zareth, kill the Ox, right? Easy? Easy.
Taught them everything they know.
Nothing can slow me down. Let's set the world ablaze.
Zorch.
Burn!
Burn. Bam. Haven going the distance, by the way. The amount of damage this card is chunked. All right. What you got? Draw 2. Go to 5. Man, I'm getting those Rogues feelings. Remember Rogues? This is a card that was in Rogues for a little while and showed up every now and then out of sideboards. Is in fact a Rogue. You just get that, God, why don't they just die feeling. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean, right? Please tell me you know what you mean, because I probably just sound like a raving lunatic. Come on. Come on, just... Come on. Yes! Die! Oh, die! Oh my gosh. Alright, how long was that? 20-minute game. Could have been 5. That's fine. And we are back for the post-game wraps, and I am 6-3 playing Chandra Torch of Defiance. Oddly, 37% on the play and 83% on the draw. I think I've just been on the draw a lot more than I've been on the play. But Chandra is holding up very well for me. It's a deck that can put up those daily wins, especially when you need to cast this many red spells. It's not a dominant commander, but has a lot of matchups where you can pull off wins, and it can beat blue decks, especially with cards like Torch Breath and the uncounterable top-end cards like Chandra. Oh gosh, why is the name always blanking when I'm about to wrap up the video? It's the big one, the Awakened Inferno, and the other uncounterable card, Inferno of the Star Mounts. Apparently, you just can't counter Infernos. So that's how I have to remember it. But yeah, you can beat blue decks. You can definitely dominate the board. You can have a really good time. So I do recommend these for not necessarily the highest queue of play, but for a good casual historic brawl experience, and that still gives you those funny feelings of victory. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. You stayed till the end, so please top it off. Hit like, hit subscribe. You're cool. I always build my historic brawl decks card by card from scratch. And it takes a long time, but making the perfect brawl list is very, very difficult. One of the more competitive decks in the format, competing in the hell queue, and takes a lot of time and exploration, more than I can put into one daily video. So I'd like to thank the following content creators who I always check out for inspiration and ideas for my deck lists. Legend.
Today we're taking a look at 2 Heavens as one, as suggested by my supporters on Patreon.
Amy the Amazonian.
Welcome to Brawl Stars. Today we're playing one of my favorite commanders, Bolo.
I'm Not Fine.
That is lethal. Wow. GG.
And the Historic Brawl Stronghold on Discord. Thank you guys. Great content, and I appreciate the inspiration.